What's up, YouTube? What's up, Discord? Welcome back to another market outlook. And this week's outlook, we're going to be covering from the 1st of May, so it is a new month, to the 6th of May, so Friday, I believe. This week it is a new month, so it is the first week of this month, so we will have NFP on Friday. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we do. You can go ahead and confirm that yourself, but just be wary on Friday. You're going to see a lot of movement on the USD pairs. It's basically, unemployment rate, employment rates coming out and stuff like that. So, it'll have a little effect on the market. I don't think it's going to be anything huge or whatever the case may be, but, check it out for yourself. Look at the times. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 8:30, maybe 9. Coincidentally, it's going to be like New York Open. Let me go ahead and verify that myself just to see. Friday. All right, so here it is right here. Here it is. Employment, unemployment rate, Friday the 6th. What time is it? 8:30. All right, so right before New York Open. And then we have news tomorrow. Monday we have news Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're gonna have a lot of movement this week. All right, that's good. We have a lot of movement this week, so we're going to see a lot of opportunities for trades. We have FOMC on Wednesday. Oh, that's great. That is great. So, yeah, we got FOMC on Wednesday, so watch out for that. Please do. It's at 2 p.m., so, I'm done trading by that time. So, if you are in any trades on Wednesday, please break even on your trades. Protect your entries or whatever case may be, because FOMC can be wild sometimes. So, and it's not about the movement, it's about the manipulation aspect of it, and then spreads get high and such things like that. So even if your entry is correct, you can still get stopped out just because of the manipulation, right? Because brokers are inconsistent, and spreads will increase, things of that nature will happen. So you might be correct, your analysis, your setup might be correct, the market might go your way, but you still could possibly get stopped out just because of that manipulation and where your stop loss is, and spreads, things like that. So it could be possibly your broker that does that, because brokers be on some BS sometimes. So I say just protect your entries. Even if you have a great setup, just protect your entries. Make sure your entries are protected, you have some profit or whatever the case is. So just be worried of that for any news, to be honest. Just understand that you might be correct, right? It's not really the news fault, it's really your broker's fault. All right, I'm just tell you that, because news only aid the movement of the market. Okay, news is not here to hinder anything. It only aids the market and makes the market move faster. So if you're correct and your TP is this far away, news will help you get closer to that TP in a faster amount of time. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we have a good look at the news now. Let's get into EU. All right, we're gonna jump straight into it. I don't really have much to say. If this is going on YouTube, check out the ebook, join the Discord if you're interested. But that's really all I have to say. So let's get right into it. So looking at EU, of course you guys know we got this trade right here. It's running at what, 92 RR. Now of course we're not holding this 92 RR straight 92 RR, right? Partials, a lot of partials have been taking and all sorts of things. So that's not what's going on here. I don't think anyone on YouTube, when they say 100 RR or 200 RR, no one is actually holding that. All right, that's just how much the trade have ran and the possibility that you could have caught. But let's be realistic. A lot of people take entries. A lot of people take partials. A lot of profits have been taken, things like that. So just understand that, okay? But getting into EU, I have many things that I want to talk about, especially about EU itself, because I want to talk about levels of order flow. I want to talk about different forms of order flow, because I know I have break of order flow here, but technically order flow is not broken until this high. Okay, so we're going to talk about different levels of order flow. We have a lower time frame order flow right here, which is the smallest form of order flow. Okay, so essentially, let me try to give you an example to get you what I mean. All right, so if I'm over here on the 1 hour time frame, right? This is I clicked the wrong thing. This is a redistribution. Okay, we have the ice, we fall through the ice, we broke the low, redistribution. This is the cause of this move. So if you guys know about cause and effect, we teach that in our Discord, we teach that in the academy. Cause and effect, this here is the cause of this move. All right, meaning if the market came up here and suddenly broke this high, we're still bearish. Okay, still bearish. If it came up here, broke this high, we're still bearish. Our order flow is still bearish until we break this high, because this is our latest cause. All right, this is our latest cause. This is our latest supply. All right, now let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit and show you something different. So I go into like the 5-minute time frame. So I go into the 5-minute time frame, right? I could say the same thing here, right? This high made this low. Okay, we broke this high. We have broken order flow. But this here is not the same as this. Okay, this is a higher level of order flow. This is a lower level of order flow. The only reason I consider this order flow, because it is order flow only means internal structure. So even if I go on the 1 minute, we can consider 1 minute order flow, right? But don't let it confuse you. The only reason I'm hinting at this order flow is because this is showing me signs that the market is not as bearish as it was before. Okay, because look here on EU, we see us just completely selling. So we can see the market is making high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, right? Bearish order flow, right? Now we have broken this high. That is showing me some interest that the market might be getting ready to pull back. So once I see this break of order flow here, I go ahead and result to higher areas. So essentially, when the market is trending like this, I am going to try to trade this lower time frame, this smaller form of order flow, try to get some entries out of the market's going down. But as soon as we invalidate this, I'm going to go to higher areas, right? I'm going to consider higher areas because the market is showing me that it might want to pull back. All right, so that's the only reason I mentioned this. So I hope you guys understood that little thing that I gave you there. But what I'm seeing on EU, right, I'm seeing only one of two things going to happen. Either we're going to do this, come all the way back to here, our latest manipulation was give us our entry, or inside of here, or even over here. Those are the three areas I'm looking at. Okay, now on the second hand, what we could do, and that's the reason why I have this ice here. You can see I have ice here and I have ice here, which means this could potentially be a redistribution. Now, me, myself, like just looking at the markets and knowing the markets, EU is super bearish right now. And if DXY maintains its bullish pressure, because DXY and EU are strongly correlated. If DXY maintains its bullish pressure, we're going to for sure have a redistribution. Okay? So I'm going to be looking at DXY. I'm going to be watching DXY to see if that bullish pressure is maintaining. All right. So, but if we do, right, the market's going to come down. We're going to break this. We're going to fall through the ice. And I'm just going to look for a sell wherever down. Okay. It's pretty simple. So that's one thing. Also, the market could do this as well. It could go up for a little bit more and then go down. Right. So we could create a longer ice. All right, we could create a more, so many people look at this as trend line, but all of this is liquidity down here. Okay, but yeah. So that's what I'm looking for on EU. GU is the same thing. As I zoom out, you guys can see that we've kind of broken these highs right here, which is, it's not as bearish as it used to be. So, I mean, we could either just, boom, get a redistribution, do something like this, boom, redistribution. Or if that's not the case, I'm not looking for sales here. I'm not looking for sales here. I'm looking for sales here. All right, you guys have to understand where to sell the market. So this is how you avoid stupid losses, how you avoid, not, just watching the markets too much. I know clearly where I want to sell and buy from. That's something that I know clearly in the market, and that's something I like. That's something I like about, trading this way. Trading with, supply and demand, Wyckoff, and, using smart money in it as well. Because I know exactly where I want the market to go. I know exactly what I want to see when the market gets to that area, and I know exactly how I'm going to trade it. Okay? So, I know there's many cases where yes, you could possibly sell from here, or you could possibly, you know, sell from this little thing, but that's not consistent, right? I know if the market is going to retrace and give us a substantial pullback, we're going to target supply. This is my only area of supply. This is my latest area of supply. Okay. So that is why this is going to be my main area to look for sales from. The only other way that I'll look for sales is if the market proves to me that it wants to sell. How does the market prove to us that it wants to sell? Distribution, redistribution. That's what I'll see. If the market is not going to come all the way back up here, I need to see this. So if the market's not going to come all the way back up here, in order for me to sell, I need to see the market start ranging and create a clean distribution for me to sell. All right. Or a redistribution down, and then I'll sell from here. All right. That's how I play the market. All right. Now, if you know you have your other ways of doing it, then that's you. But I'm just giving you my outlook on how I play the market and how I go about looking at these things. Now, AU is a perfect example of that. You can see AU itself has not broken this order flow. We're still down. Now, actually, it did. See, this is why actually it did break the order flow. This is why this is why order flow, you know, when you're looking at these things, man, order flow could be really confusing. All right, but look at this, right? We broke this high. Cool. This is why I'm thinking that EU is going to do the exact same thing, because we did break order flow. We broke the lowest form of order flow. All right, we broke the lowest form of order flow by breaking this high. You could call that a break of structure or whatever the case may be. And it looks like we're still going to continue down. This is a redistribution. All right. I'd say redistribution, and it's looking like it's going to happen on EU as well. That's why I said I'm expecting a redistribution on EU. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen. I would love for it to happen. If it doesn't, cool. But on AU, it already happened. So we're going to be looking at AU this week. First thing I want to see is for us to come down here and break this low, which I'm pretty sure that's definitely going to happen. After that, I want to see us come back into here. Boom. For us to sell. All right, I'm probably going to zoom in lower time frame, look for a lower time frame entry in here, and sell it from there. All right, so this is a 125-minute candle that I'm looking at. Like I said before, I'm going to just wait for the market to break this low, come back up here, and I'm going to sell from there. Pretty simple. And if I zoom in here as well, we do have a distribution. So that's more confirmation for us. So we know that at least some sellers really got inside this area. We rated the highs of Asian. Cool. It's set, right? This area is a good area to sell from. Targets. Targets. This low. Boom. That's the target. Once we break that low, we will be fully back into bearish mode, and this will be our high to our low, so this will be holding our lower time frame structure again. Okay, let me hold this right there. Also talking about multi-time frame structure. This high here was actually holding our low. Okay, so once we broke this high here, this was our lower time frame structure. Notice how I say structure, not order flow, because structure and order flow are two different things. This was our leg. Okay, but let me go ahead and zoom out. That's lower time frame structure. Key in how I said lower time frame structure. Go to the daily. Let's look at this. This is our intraday structure. This is our intraday structure. Intraday is higher than lower time frame structure. Now, I don't trade intraday structure. I use intraday and higher time frame structure for my bias. So I know that this market is bearish. Okay, so when the market broke this lower time frame structure, I didn't just say, oh, now we're going bullish. No, because I know there's a distribution here at the high of our intraday. So seeing this distribution, I knew this market could possibly be redistributing or coming back up here to test this area. So us breaking this lower time frame structure didn't tell me that immediately the market's going bullish. So this is how I look at this. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. because I don't want it to be too confusing. So this is how we play the market. All right, I'm gonna give you guys like a good gem here, so pay attention. I hope you understand it clearly. So we play lower time frame structure until it gets invalidated. Once a lower time frame structure gets invalidated, you move up. So we have higher time frame structure, intraday structure, and lower time frame structure, right? Higher time frame is the highest, all right? That's the highest form of structure. Intraday is the second highest. Lower time frame is the lowest, okay? It's the lowest form of structure. All right, so now once lower time frame gets invalidated, you move up to intraday structure. Understand, higher time frame and intraday can also be the same leg. So really, this leg down could be higher time frame and intraday. It could be the same thing. All right, so vice versa for, you know, it could be the same thing. So understand that this could be higher time frame and intraday, right? This thing could be the same thing, but we know that we're bearish, right? According to higher time frame and intraday, we're bearish. So when the market was selling, right, as we zoom in, so I'm trying to put this all together so you guys understand. This is how we go about it. You find out where your intraday structure is, your intraday leg, your higher time frame leg, right? If they're the same leg, that's cool. That happens. That's normal, right? So higher time frame and intraday here are the same leg, right? So we are bearish. Our leg is bearish until we break this high. So that's my bias, because I use intraday and higher time frame for the bias of the pair. So I know that we are bearish. Cool. That's all I need to know. Now I want to see what lower time frame structure is doing. Now let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit and show you guys what lower time frame was doing. This is not based off, you know, the time frames either. You have to really look and understand where these legs are. So just go off the last leg, right? I'm just go off the last leg. The latest leg was from this high to this low, right? This was lower time frame. This was lower time frame structure, and we were bearish. So, I mean, what else was I gonna do? I was gonna sell it, right? I mean, once the market has reached this is a redistribution here. I was gonna try to sell it from here. We had a reaction, went down. Okay, cool. We broke this. Now this is what's holding my lower time frame down. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to sell from here. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna still trade lower time frame, but this is where the key important part comes in, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, we broke this area. This is another area here because I know that higher time frame is bearish, right? So I can't play higher time frame, right? Because I mean, that's gonna take a while. So I only have one choice to trade, lower time frame. So I'm gonna try to trade off of lower time frame areas. Okay, lower time frame structure areas. This is the extreme of the lower time frame leg. This was the slingshot of the lower time frame leg. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play those areas. Once the market invalidate those areas, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to find the areas of the higher time frame leg, the intraday leg. So you're gonna move up. So essentially it's like this. Higher time frame, because I don't know if I kind of confused it a little bit, but I'm trying to make it easy. This is higher time frame, intraday, lower time frame. Right, boom. You want to know what the bias is. So use your higher time frame, your intraday, to understand what your bias. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Okay, let's say the market is bearish, higher time frame, bearish, intraday, and bearish, lower time frame. You're all three bearish, meaning you have a prime bearish market. You could play order flow. You could play whatever. So just look for straight sales. All right. Now let's say out of nowhere, lower time frame starts going bullish, right? You see this high get broken as we did here, right? Now what are we going to do? We're not going to keep trying to chase after this lower time frame because we know the bias is still bearish on the higher time frame and the intraday. So guess what? We're going to play the intraday. How do we play the intraday? We look for the intraday areas. Well, let me go ahead and move up. Look at this area here. Where did the market come into? Here, right here. This market came into the extreme right? We came all the way here. So essentially the market had to sell from here, or we're going to break intraday and higher time frame, which didn't happen. Look what happened. We distributed. So boom, now I know, oh, the market has distributed up here. What could this be? Well, after a distribution, there's a redistribution, right? So I knew either we're going to come back up here to sell from here, because I don't think the market is going to break this high after creating this distribution, right? So I know we're either going to come up here to sell from here, right, to test this distribution and sell, or we're going to create a redistribution. Well, look what happened. That's why when I seen AU do this, break this high, I just stopped looking at it until we reached up here, because this is the latest area of supply. Meaning if we break this here, we're breaking our structure, our higher time frame and intraday, right? Which the thing is, guys, when you understand supply and demand, when you look at Wyckoff and you understand these things, this here takes a lot of sell orders, okay? Meaning it's going to take a lot of buy orders to beat out these sell orders. So it's going to take a lot of buyers to beat out these sellers. So it's hard, right? It's hard for the institutions to just break these intraday and higher time frame areas, because a lot of institutions have built orders there. So that's why when you see the market get here, it just sells. It creates this distribution because there's a lot of sellers here, right? It took a lot of sellers to drive us down like this. So when we get back up here, we're going to see this distribution happen again because sellers are present at this area. All right. So the buyers could not take over this area. Simply, that's what it means. So, I mean, I tried to break that down as much as possible. If you want, more simplified, right? Join the Discord. I have a lot of videos covering multi-time frame by itself. So just look at that yourself. Go into that yourself. It's really good, right? This is really good to understand, because that's how you not get trapped in these things. And that's how you avoid these type of, BS that the market does. So, I mean, the basic concept is multi-time frame structure. That's what you understand. That's what you want to understand, is multi-time frame structure. All right. That's what it's called. That's the concept. So, I mean, if you want to look up a YouTube video, whatever the case is, I believe I dropped the video on that. I think it's like one of my first videos. Like one of my first videos, I dropped the video talking about structure a little bit. So check that out. That could probably help you. So yeah, go ahead and check that video out. I'm pretty sure I did drop a video on structure on the YouTube. So check that out. All right. I know everything I just said probably was confusing, but I explained it a lot in the course in our academy. I explained it a lot. We have like 2-3 videos covering multi-time frame alone, and then we have an example of it. So just check that out, and hopefully you can get the information on that and get the knowledge on that, because it's really key. So yeah, AU is bearish, right? I'm gonna look for sales here. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like that. USJPY, I think USJPY did not do anything. USJPY did not do anything. I mean, it did, but not anything that I wanted to see. If anybody caught USJPY down here, right? Down here, or maybe over here, or somewhere, right? Please let me know, because I've been trying to catch this market for the past couple months. All right, I've been trying to catch this for the past couple months. If you guys didn't know, USJPY made an entire all-time high, right? This is super bearish. I mean, bearish, crazy. This is super bullish, like insanely bullish. I mean, bullish to the max, right? And we are still bullish. Lower time frame, order flow, everything is just bullish. Even the smallest form of order flow, which is right here, is bullish. Okay, so essentially what I'm looking for is, I'm just gonna look for another buy. I'm looking for the market to reaccumulate, and then we're gonna buy it towards the upside. I mean, I really don't know what else to do. I mean, so I I'm not confident in buying the market down here. I'll be honest with you guys. Main reason being is because this is all part of agent session. Like this whole little low here is part of agent session. So I would love to see a reaccumulation. All right, like I just showed you guys, this is basically the pattern. I'd love to see that. We break this high. I'm gonna wait for us to come back down here, buy the market from that area. Okay. I don't like this area down here since it's agent session. That's why I didn't mark it out. Moving on to Cat Chef. Bullish again. Order flow is bullish. Lower time frame bullish. Bullish. Okay. We have a lot of series of reaccumulations happening. So I have something here that I'm looking at. I have a couple areas that I'm looking to buy this. First, I'm gonna talk about this 1 hour candle. Essentially, the reason why I have this even marked out is because we rated some liquidity, rated these highs over here, and we are inside of this, area here. Because this here, boom, let me stop. This is our intraday, boom. Okay, so we did create this little intraday area here, so we are inside of this little intraday leg to the downside. But lower time frame is bullish. That's why I was saying bullish. Lower time frame is bullish, and I still have not seen a reaction from the market yet. Meaning, I still have not seen an introduction to sellers. Even though we are in this area, right? I still have not seen sellers kind of get into this market yet. We're still just reaccumulating. Even when sellers did get into the market, right here, because as you can see, this was looking like a clean distro, right? It got invalidated and buyers took over again. So this entire thing just turned into a reaccumulation. So even when sellers did come into the market, buyers took over the market, right? So sellers failed right here. So buyers just took advantage, and we're just continually buying. So that's why I'm saying it looking like we might just continue bullish. We might just take out that whole area in total. I'm not sure. But we did recently take out some liquidity. Let me see. We did recently take out these little liquidity. I was targeting these, so we did take out these highs right here. We have a little, little manipulation. So essentially, this is the only way that I'll trade this. If the market comes back up here first, if we go towards the upside first, and I see a distribution down here, lower time frame, I will sell it from here and target here and here. All right. Main reason why is because we are still inside of this little bullish order flow. Okay. So essentially, by us taking out this little liquidity means nothing. By us taking out those highs means nothing. Now, if we just boom, right, we just boom, take out that, then okay, that's a sign of sellers getting to the market. That would be a great sign of sellers getting to the market because we just invalidated 2 areas of demand. So that's the only way. And if the market just goes down, I'm going to be looking for a buy here and for a buy here. This is a 2 hour doji candle. I didn't feel like looking for the most bullish candle. Not the most bullish, but the most I forgot what it's called. I don't know. I completely just lost my train of thought. But this is a 2 hour doji candle. This is the extreme of this little order flow here. So either one of these 2 areas I'm going to look for buys from. All right. So pretty simple on Cat Chef. I mean, DXY, no surprise, bullish. So DXY is bullish. Honestly, if I see a pullback here, we're gonna come into here. Let me go ahead and mark that out. This is our latest area of demand, right? So we're gonna come into here. This is our latest area of demand. This is where I'll see some buys from. Now, if not, then we're gonna come into here because this is our boom. That's our huge area that we reacted from, where we reacted inside of the supply, right? So if that does not happen, if we don't get to a retracement to down here, then we're potentially gonna just see boom like that, another reaccumulation. So I mean, DXY insanely bullish. Why? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing to understand about it. We're just gonna keep doing buying it until it shows us anything different, right? So AED-CAD, very clean, looking for sales. I'm really mad on AED-CAD. Like this is the most. So, the reason why I'm upset with AED-CAD is you can see this little right here, that first line. Well, that first line was supposed to be my entry. Yeah, that was supposed to be my entry here, and I mean, we missed it by how much? And I'll go ahead and tell you guys why I was looking for a buy here, why I was looking for a sell here anyways. Let's see, 0.4 pips. Yeah, that's nice. But reason I was looking for a sell, right? So we had this huge manipulation towards the upside. We took out Asian session. We took out all this liquidity here. Huge manipulation to the upside. Market goes back down. We break this low. This is a redistribution, right? This is a buy to sell. Okay, so essentially I know that institutions were a part of this huge manipulation down. Okay, well, this huge manipulation up, there was a buy to sell. So I know there's orders here that need to be mitigated. Now, what I didn't know is where I wanted to sell this from. I didn't know exactly inside of here where I wanted to look for that entry. But what I did notice is the market was creating this, right? When I see something like this, I know that a redistribution is incoming because this is showing me the momentum right here. The momentum of this is showing me that the buyers are weak, meaning institutions got into here, we bought the market. Now, once we broke this low, buyers are not interested in this anymore. So I knew the market was going to sell because of how slow we were moving back towards the upside. Cool. Now, boom, come into this, right? We have another manipulation. The market buys towards the upside. We take out Asian session. That's the first thing I wanted to see, is that we raid the highs of Asian session. I was like, cool, we raid the highs of Asian session. Now I need a break of structure. We got this huge, well, not that, well, we got this little manipulation right here down, but that wasn't enough until I seen this, right? I seen we had the manipulation down. I was like, cool, but I really wanted to see us take out this low here or this low, you know, just take out some lows. But we didn't do that, right? We didn't do that in time. But what really caught my eye was this up here. I seen this little redistribution right here, so I was thinking, you know what? Let's go. Let's take that, because I knew that, you know, I was willing to take a loss here just because of how confident I was that this market was going to go down. And after seeing the insane impulsive move here, I knew that some type of seller had to be here. Okay, just by seeing this impulsive move, I was like, okay, if I look at this, let's go to the 5 minute, right? Okay, let's think about this. 2 5-minute candles, right? So in 10 minutes, we were able to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is almost an hour here. In 10 minutes, we were able to take out almost 2-3 hours of buyers. Okay, just think about that. In 10 minutes, we were able to take out, just like, that's crazy, isn't it? So that process in my mind during that time, I was like, okay, just because of how impulsive the market was moving down and how fast we did this, I know that some type of, you know, institutions were a part of this. So that's why my entry was around here. That's why my entry was here. It's unfortunate that we missed it. It is what it is. But now I'm going to be looking for my payback. All right. Essentially, I have a 31-minute candle here. I have a 31-minute candle here that I'm going to be looking for sales from. You can see this clean, bullish candle here that, you know, drove us towards the upside, and then we have another manipulation down. We have a break of structure here, which is confirming this as a redistribution. So I'm going to be looking for sales inside of this area. Now, honestly, I'll be honest, if I can find right? If I can find a good area to sell from, I'll give you guys a limit order for this right now. Let's see, what time are we at? We are at, okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I know I was talking too much, but I'm trying to give you guys some gems while I was here. All right, so let's see. See if I can give you guys a area to sell from. Now, honestly, if you're bold, right? If you want to be bold, we have this 6 minute here that you could sell from, right? This is the last candle that I see that needs mitigation. But hold on. Oh no, you're good. Hold on. Imbalance field. No, you're good. Never mind. Yeah, you can sell from here. This is where I've been looking for a sell from, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, you're good. Never mind. It's all good. Honestly, I think I was selling from here too. I think I actually placed a limit here. I did. The market just never reached it. Okay, that's cool. Boom, there you go. You have a 4.7 pip. I'm taking the 50%. I don't want to, you know, ADCAD can have some big spreads. So I'm going to take the 50%. And that'll be the entry. Targets, this little line that I have right here. All right, that's going to be my first target. Main reason being is because we did have a huge move towards the upside. So I do have to respect the structure that's here. That's just part of how I trade. I do have to respect the structure that's here. So I could look for a sell here, and then if we show any buying potential here, then I mean we'll just close the sales. But until we do, I'm gonna hold this sell. Until we do, I'm gonna hold the sell. Mainly because I mean if we're going higher time frame, just look at higher time frame. Right? Let's look at higher time frame. We have highs here, low here. This is a huge pullback. We traded back into this. Boom. Now the market's going back down. This could essentially be a redistribution. Boom, boom. Right? Just looking at higher time frame. So that's why I want to get into that sell and possibly hold it for a little bit. But we'll see what the market wants to do. Right? I just gave you guys a lesson on this. Once lower time frame structure is broken, you can see this clean lower time frame structure going down. Right? It's clean lower time frame structure going down. Now, lower time frame is bullish. Okay, just because lower time frame is bullish, let's look at what intraday is telling us. What is intraday telling us? Bearish. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. So, that's just for you not to get fooled. All right? For you not to get fooled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for sales and buys. And then wherever the market wants to go, that's what we'll do. So yeah, that's the entry I'll give you guys. The 6 minute candle here, 50% of it. Don't put your whole bank. Don't put your whole life savings on this. All right, this is what I'm telling you. You know, me, I'm gonna risk a 1/4% on, not a quarter, but 50%. I'm gonna risk 0.5% on this. I'm gonna risk 0.5% on this. All right, just because it's in I mean, I'm trading off of this redistribution here. It's not part of the, you know, what if the market, yeah, 0.5%. I'm just gonna try 0.5%. That's basically it. Cause I'm not gonna, I don't feel as if I need to put a full % on this. I mean, if this really runs to where I want it to run, it'll get as much as I really need it to do. So, but I mean, this is a pretty solid trade right here. If you guys didn't know, you risk management is very key. I don't risk 1% unless like it's the cleanest setup I've ever seen. Like this is a good setup, but this is based off of redistribution, and that's not my, you know, that's not my like, you know, best setup, right? I only risk 1% on like the best setups that I see. I'd rather just risk 0.5% because you have to think about the type of entries I'm taking and my stop losses. Right, my stop losses are like under 7 pips. So usually my take profits are at 1 to 10, 1 to 20, maybe 1 to 25, maybe 1 to 30. Right, those are the type of TPs that I go for. So 0.5%, that's still a good potential RR. Okay, that's still good potential RR. And if I potentially lose that trade, I only lost 0.5%. I have to lose 2 trades to risk to lose 1% of my account. So you don't have to do it that way, but just find some type of risk management that's not gonna break your bank, that's not gonna, you know, break your pockets. You know, you have to be cautious, because you're not gonna win every trade, no matter how clean it is, right? No matter how much analysis you did, you're not gonna win every single one. So always keep that in caution, right? You have to keep as much money as possible. All right, keep as much money as possible. Okay, because these markets will take it. Last but not least, USD CAD. All I'm waiting for is for us to break this high here. Either I'm going to wait for us to come all the way back down here and buy it from here, or I am going to wait for a continuation move like this. Buy, boom, 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 and I will buy from here. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to wrap this up, because, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think I can look at crypto. Crypto is really disappointing me right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's really disappointing me right now. I was expecting for us to accumulate, but we have not accumulated just yet. I like the fact that we slowed down a little bit, but I need us to stay above this low. This low is basically holding us, like, you know, this holding this bullish bias. So I need us to stay above this low and potentially just give us a wide accumulation, because we didn't reach where I wanted us to sell from, which was here. I really wanted us to reach here, because this is where, you know, this is where the last sellers are from. This is the unmitigated candle here, so that's why I really wanted us to reach, but we didn't get there. So I'm, you know, kind of just waiting to see if we're going to accumulate and target this point of interest here. All right, so it's pretty much it for crypto. Pretty much a wait and see if we could, you know, maintain this area. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, it's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, right? For the Discord, if you have any questions, let me know, DM me, whatever the case may be. That's pretty much all I have. Peace out, guys.